So in case you didn't know, I live in Houston, Texas. Yes, that very same Houston that has been all over the news lately as we were hit by the dirty side of a huge Category 4 hurricane. And while the winds in our area were relatively mild when it hit, the storm essentially stalled and dumped record rains over the city. And when I say record rains, I mean record-breaking rains that would make even Noah take a pause. It's being called the worst rainstorm in U.S. recorded history. For those not familiar with Houston, it is a huge metropolitan area that is pretty close to sea level and very flat. There are several major bayous that act as major drainage paths during normal storms. In addition, there are a couple of reservoirs to contain runoff water, which is later released in a controlled rate. Well, early estimates are that the storm dumped some 15 trillion gallons. That's 15,000 million gallons of water into Greater Houston over 5 days. Enough water to run Niagara Falls for 2 weeks. My area alone received nearly 50 inches of rain. As you can imagine, this quickly overwhelmed the drainage system and eventually at least one of the reservoirs. Massive flooding ensued. Even neighborhoods that have never seen flooding before have now flooded. While it's not uncommon to see some flooding in the city from just a passing rain shower, we are seeing flooding in areas never seen before. People in 500-year flood zones are experiencing their second floodings in just a few years. Fortunately, my home is not flooded, and we've never lost electrical power. But I was virtually trapped for a few days as all access roads outside my neighborhood were flooded and unpassable by car. I could do little more than watch the news and hope it would all end soon. Of course, I also marveled at the intense rescue efforts by emergency crews, and just as important, average Joes that grabbed their fishing boats and braved the storm to help anyone that needed help. People from as far as Louisiana and even California came and literally filled flooded streets with rescue boats. It was truly a sight to behold. I had originally planned on publishing another review video, but between working from home and being glued to the TV news, I haven't been able to get much done on it. However, the drone footage you see here is something I took during a brief pause in the wind and rain near where I live. You can see completely filled retaining ponds along with flooded houses and streets. Note that there was an FAA advisory for drones, so I made sure that there were no rescue operations in the area and just made a quick and low flight. This disaster will have implications for years to come, with early estimates of some 250,000 people in need of assistance. So if you're interested in helping in the relief effort, please look to the various nonprofit organizations such as the Red Cross.